This is episode 64. Are you trying to figure out an e-commerce SEO strategy but don't know where to start? You must get all of your basics down first and make sure you're turning as many things in your favor as possible. So, in today's episode, I will go over at a high level what an e-commerce SEO strategy must include. Welcome to the Calm Marketer Podcast. My name is Kenneth Fong, a digital marketer on a mission to help businesses thrive. I'll bring you on my marketing journey where you'll get to learn from my experiences as an INFP navigating an extroverted world and get actionable marketing tips for your business. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. So when you own an e-commerce store or you are helping an e-commerce site owner with their SEO, there are a million and one things that you can focus on, especially with e-commerce, because there are so many different moving parts. There's so many pages, and I would probably say e-commerce websites are much harder to optimize than lead gen websites or blogs. So e-commerce SEO is extremely important, especially having a strategy that works. So I would say the best e-commerce SEO strategy must include 8 things. And in this episode, I'm going to go over those 8 things so you have an idea of what to focus on, what strategies to focus on, and how you can best implement each of those strategies. So the first strategy is keyword research. So you need to do keyword research to find all of the keywords that your customer are using in your niche, in your category. So in this example, let's just say you sell tables, right? So what you need to do is find out what types of keyword variants of tables people are searching for. There's office tables, there's dining room tables, there's standing desks, L-shaped desks, glass desks, whatever it is. Try to see what are the main and most popular keywords that people are searching for in your niche. The second thing in this strategy is site architecture. All right, and it kind of plays with the keyword research as well, because with site architecture, it's all based on your keyword research. So you need to make sure that the site is structured in a way that makes sense from a keyword research perspective and what is the most popular keywords people are typing in. So for example, to improve your site architecture, you could probably have, one main office table page, and below that, you can link to different versions of office tables, right? Or office desks. So you can have standing desks, and then another one could be L-shaped desks, and then another one could be wooden desks, wherever it may be. So that way you can structure your site in a very clear and organized fashion that your visitors can easily land on and navigate and find what they are looking for. The third strategy is on-page SEO. So focusing on elements such as your title tag, meta description, and content, on-page content optimizations as well. So making sure that all of your pages have great on-page SEO. My recommendation is to focus on the category pages first, then see how you can optimize the subcategory and then the product pages. And the fourth strategy is technical SEO. So you need good technical SEO to make sure the Google crawlers can easily read your site and index the pages that you have on your site. Because at the end of the day, if Google cannot index the pages that you have, then there is no other optimization that you could do to make it show up in Google. So you need to make sure the technical pieces of your site are solid and that the pages that you have are being read by the search engines. And the fifth one, which is a little bit odd, I would say, but definitely something that all businesses should have, is having a good local SEO strategy, right? So having a local SEO strategy for e-commerce helps build those signals with Google to increase your visibility across all Google properties. And that includes Google My Business. So, e-commerce stores, you guys have an office, right? You could be a store, an actual brick and mortar store. And so it makes sense to have local SEO. Or you could just have an office, right? An office that you work out of. And that will be what you put in your Google My Business listing. So there are tons of other local directories out there. I would recommend using WhiteSpark or Bright Local. Implement all of your local business information. And what WhiteSpark or Bright Local will do is disseminate that information to all of the top aggregators that have local directories. And then the sixth strategy is content marketing. So this is where the content creation comes into play. So this helps really capture more organic traffic into your site, right? So either building out an entire blog section, so focusing on the products that you sell in your niche, and also building out content on possibly the category pages or the subcategory pages, right? So building out a very solid content marketing strategy will really help drive that organic traffic. The seventh one is really important. It's link building, right? So link building will really improve your overall authority of your online store. So I recommend, if you are just starting a link building strategy, it should come from a link building competitive analysis. So take a look at your top 3 competitors and see what kind of backlinks they have. And this will give you a really good insight and good ideas, endless amount of ideas, on how you can capture similar links as your competitors and even capture better ones than them as well. And the last and final e-commerce SEO strategy is understanding how you can measure success, or building your KPIs, understanding your ultimate goals, right? So is it to increase your overall search traffic, increase the amount of customers you have, increase the amount of revenue? What's the KPIs? What are the goals, right? So if anything, maybe measuring success and getting your KPIs should be the number one part of your SEO strategy, right? Because that's the ultimate guidepost or main thing that you want to achieve with your SEO strategy, is to achieve whatever it is goals your business must achieve. So those are the 8 e-commerce SEO strategies that I would focus on to really build out something that will really move the needle for your e-commerce website. So with that said, I hope you thought this episode was informative, and I might have kind of like a have this in multiple episodes, right? So I might have an episode all about keyword research, another one on site architecture, so on and so forth. So you can kind of have a much deeper understanding of what you can do for your site. So with that said, I will see you on the next episode.